Hi all, welcome back to the channel. In today's episode 4 of the Necromunda project, we're going to be making platforms for our underhive. Now, this was a very fast, easy and fun build to do, and they match perfectly with the walls and with the tiles and with the doors that we made in the previous episodes. And if you haven't seen them, I will put a link in the description down below so you can go and check them out. Alright, without further ado, let's go back out some platforms for the underhive. Alright guys, follow me to the crafting table and let's do this.
So we're gonna begin our project with this cheap foldable storage box. I'm gonna clear it from the package. It has a nice shape to it, very sci-fi looking. And now we're gonna break off gently the sides of the box. Go slow, don't break it. Well, break it, but be careful. I'm gonna flip it over, put this aside for the moment. And I'm gonna use this as support panels that hold up the platform. And I'm gonna hot glue this in place. Now clear some of the wisps that remain from the hot glue. Do that for the other side as well. Here I'm cutting up some pieces of leftover sprue, and I'm going to use them as support beams. Just snip off everything you don't need. It doesn't need to be perfect, it is the underhive. Measure it to the side of the panel, hold it against it, and then I'm going to snip it down to size. So it stands flush on the table. Do that on both sides and also hot glue this in place. As you can see, it stands very nicely. I'm adding some more support pieces to the platform. Now I've used some plastic glue, but it didn't really stick to the smooth of the plastic box, so yeah, I went back in with super glue to do that. Or hot glue, you can use hot glue as well, whatever you prefer. But don't use plastic glue. And here I'm cutting up my good old favorite paper drinking straws, and I'm putting it down and measuring it, and I'm gonna snip it off to simulate some pipings. And also it adds a little bit of extra support to the piece. Just hot glue that in place. Remove again the wisps. Now I'm adding some more details to it using these wooden blocks. I really love these things. But yeah, you can add as much detail as you want. Now I'm snipping off the sides. I'm gonna create a walkway. I'm gonna hot glue this to the side of the platform, but glue it wherever you want your walkway to be. I'm doing it here. The hot glue really bonds quickly with the foldable box. Now, remember the columns we made back in episode 2? That's right, I made another one. Now I'm gonna hot glue this walkway to the column. But you don't have to use a column, you can use whatever you want. But I thought it would match well with the setting we've created so far. Gonna glue in an extra support beam, measure it up to the side, snip off the top end. Now I'm gonna add some plastic railing. Now I'm using a chicken wire, which I'm cutting down and folding it to shape, as you can see me do here. use the one with the plastic cover, okay? It's better. Now I'm hot gluing 2 strips of cardstock, and it's 1 centimeter width, and I'm folding this around the chicken wire, as you can see here. And I'm gonna sandwich it between those 2 pieces. I'm gonna cut off the excess parts on the sides, just using some scissors. And then hot glue this into position. Now let's add some more details to the column, but I'm using something different. I'm using these wooden wash clips, or whatever you call them in English, to add more detail to the column. I'm simply using white glue for this. Go around the entire column, like this. More chicken wire. I'm gonna make some ladders out of these, because you have to get up onto the platform, of course. Snip off the end so you get a nice ladder shape. And I'm taking some pliers and bending 2 hooks, and I'm gonna attach it, as you can see here, attach it, and I'm gonna use hot glue again. And I'm doing that on both sides of the platform, or wherever you want your ladders to be. It's your project. Now time for some more detailing. Cables or chains or whatever you want to add to this thing. I like the effect of these hanging cables. Nothing needs to be perfect in the underhive. More drinking straws for more piping. Have fun with this project. Have fun with all your projects, for that matter. Be as creative as you can be. There's no right or wrong way, as I always say. Hot glue that one into position as well. Now I did end up gluing some of the cables because they got loose. Now I did use super glue to attach them when everything was finished. Now let's spray paint this thing in flat black. In the painting stage, just follow along as I do here. It's basically the same as I do in every episode. Overbrush it with brown, then stipple on silver, and then use a color of your choice, and then stipple again with brown to make rust effects, but you'll see everything here. For all of you who are new to this channel and this is your first episode you're watching, please be sure to check out the previous episodes, as we made some other cool stuff as well. And I go into more detail in the previous episodes how I paint these things. But yeah, you get the gist of it. Here I'm doing everything that I want blue, because I like the contrast of the blue with the rusted metal. But you can use red, white, yellow, green, purple, whatever you want. But I like this kind of blue. Now stipple on the brown, where I'm going to be starting my rust effects. Now I'm doing the same where I did the brown, but I'm doing it now with an orange paint. You can, of course, also use pastels, as I did in some of the previous episodes, but I didn't do it in this one. Don't know why, actually. Here I'm using an Everland Sunset to paint in the cables. And I'm using a Mephiston Red to paint the pipings. I do splash on some brown to make them look more dirty and grimy. Here I'm using again the hazard stripes that I printed out using PVA, and for the posters and the hazard stripes, sealing them in with more watered down PVA. Again, as we did in the previous episodes. Be sure to watch them if you haven't. Now we're done. Let's have a look at the platforms with our other terrain. Here it stands. As you can see, it matches well. Really gives you that underhive Necromunda vibe to it, in my opinion. I'm gonna look forward to playing a lot of battle reports on this terrain. And of course some freestanding games as well. Always fun to play games with friends and family. Here you can see the miniatures standing on top of the platform. And here you can measure it up with the height of the railing. See, it matches nicely. Some more pictures of our finished product, and also one of another platform that we've made, well, that I've made. Alright, so thank you all for watching, and if you liked the video and you want to see more, don't forget to give a thumbs up and consider subscribing, please. It would help out a great deal to keep making these videos for all of you. Thank you all again, and see you in the next episode, guys. Bye for now, see you later.